Welcome to the TDC Today Show USA. We are here on the last show of the year. Can you believe it is already time to turn to 2024? Today, it is Saturday, December 30th, 2023. So this is our last show of the year, and excited to have wonderful guests joining us today. And to bring her on in, I'm going to pass this over to Emily to introduce her. So Emily, over to you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. So our first guest today has been on before and hails from Arizona. So it's Debbie Hayes. Works for an organization that helps pets, but there are some things for humans with a certain kind of mushroom. But I'll let her tell you about that. So over to you, Debbie.
Thank you, Emily. Thanks, Sue. Yes, debspets.com in conjunction with Pet Club 247 does offer the Coriolus versicolor mushroom, which is the king of mushrooms, in the products, both pet products and human products. And what it does is modulate the immune system so that the body can heal itself. And this includes catastrophic illnesses and ailments, as well as minor things. And the best way for people to really find out more about it is to join one of my Zooms. So Sue, that would be a good thing if you could, if we could get those people that you were talking to, Elaine's friends, on the Zoom. And it's mostly informational. And it's definitely not a hardcore sales pitch, of course. So it's a good story to tell. So I'll go away from the mushrooms today because tomorrow night is fireworks night, another fireworks night. And I'm preparing for it to be possibly starting tonight, just depends on your neighborhood. So we do have a CBD biscuit for dogs. So a couple months ago, my dog usually gets me up very early in the morning. I come downstairs, let the dog out, feed him breakfast, and lay down on the couch. And so this one day, it was warmer than it is now, obviously, because I left the back door open so that he could get out. And he comes back in and he's starting like nudging me with his snout, just like nudging and nudging. And I'm like, what? I know I left that door open so you can go out. And he's just continuing to do it. And so, okay, maybe I didn't. So I get up and I walk over, and sure enough, the door is open. And then I look at the sky. And we never did get any rain that day, but it definitely was cloudy. And I walked over, I gave him 2 of those dog biscuits. I don't think I saw him again for another 2 hours. He knew that he needed those dog biscuits because he could sense something from the weather. So I thought that was, it's remarkable because it shows how remarkable our pets are, but it also shows that they understand what can help them.
It is amazing. Our pets do so much for us. And when we talk often with like World of Ability, we all have different abilities. We often are talking about how we all, including our pets, have amazing abilities with I'm thinking dogs in particular, between their hearing and their sense of hearing and their sense of smell is tremendous. We can't even begin to understand what they're all able to sense. And I can totally appreciate that the dog knows. It knows what's coming. There's that whole sense of what they can detect that we have no idea of. But also, like you said, smart enough to know, hey, you've got something that's going to help me right now. Help me out, honey. Come on over, and we need to take care of this.
Yeah.
So that they know that the biscuits will make that big of a difference, that coming and looking for it, that says so much right there. Really.
Yeah. And he's done it a couple of other times. Since I knew it wasn't going to rain, I started only giving him 1 biscuit at a time, and it's been fine. He's been fine with it. But yeah, I was amazed.
That's awesome.
Because
I love that.
Usually like tonight, if we don't give him to him in time, he'll just get nervous. Well, we'll see. Maybe tonight will be different. I don't know. But so yeah, so we have the CB doggies. Obviously, we have, as I said, for humans and for pets, the mushroom called the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, called the king of mushrooms for a reason, and you'll have to come on the Zoom to find out why that is.
That's
But
awesome. Because
yeah,
you have so much information, and to be able to take that time to wrap your head around what is all there and what it does and how it works, it's worth the time to do that, to get the education on it. So because otherwise, I know. So he says, you got what? You got mushrooms? What do you mean you have mushrooms? What does this mean? So to understand what that is, take the time to actually understand it, because it's valuable and it's making a difference for people, for pets, there's definitely a place for this. And until you understand, you can't decide if it's good or bad for yourself if you don't understand what it is. Don't judge before you understand.
Yep. And they help make him sleep. I started giving him the regular mush puppies, we call them, at bedtime instead of like as treats throughout the day. I give him 2 every day. And he started sleeping much later. This morning, he didn't even wake up until 7:15.
Lets you to sleep a little bit too then. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
And
I
I
know
know
the human version helps me sleep better. So
excellent.
good news all around.
That's perfect. Well, and I know there's a lot of people with service animals and different types of animals that we got to take care of our pets, whether like ours is not a service animal, ours is truly a family pet, but whether it's the family pet or service, whatever it is that you have, it is your responsibility to take care of them, right? They depend on us 100% for what they need, and we need to do our due diligence to understand what's best for them. So I know even when we got our dog, there's lots of different foods that dogs can't have, right? You don't know what they are if you don't look into it and figure that out. You can't just give them any last thing that you eat and expect it's okay for them to eat it.
Right.
So yeah, there's so many opportunities out there. I know Kurt's putting in here about comfort animals, guide dogs. I know there are emotional support animals, even at the university where I am, that it's a big thing. We're not talking little thing. This is a big thing. The market is huge, and it's amazing. So I'm hopeful that, especially like what you're saying, again, fireworks. Fireworks is a big trigger for dogs. Our dog hates fireworks, hates it. Absolutely. That and the thunderstorms. There's something about it that I don't understand that the dog does, and it's traumatic. I want to see what I can do to help our poor pup out. In the colder climate where we are in Wisconsin, I don't think we have as much with the fireworks for New Year's, at least not that I remember, but I will have my ears open this weekend to see what's going on, because I think it really depends on where you are. And because I wasn't thinking fireworks until you mentioned it. It's like, oh my gosh, yes. This is an excuse for celebrating.
I didn't think of it either until I was driving down the street and I saw somebody selling fireworks, and I thought, oh geez, here we go again.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So maybe those people, if you know those people well enough to invite them on the Zoom, maybe we could just set up a Zoom that that we scheduled around your schedule, and do one for them.
Yeah, there's a friend of our daughter's that they have a small dog, and my daughter got this panic notice this weekend that she thought her dog was going to die. I mean, it's an older dog and small one. I haven't met the dog myself, but from everything I've heard, just the wonderful family pet, and some health issue is taking place that poor little guy's not okay. And they brought him to the vet. I'm not even sure if he's back home. I think he still might be at the vet. I'm not 100% sure what the status is right now, but you were the first one we thought of when this all happened. We're like, oh my gosh, we got to tell them about what Deb has, because this could help.
Yeah. So, if she wants to call me first, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do to connect you guys yet this weekend, because it's too important, right? It's way too important.
It is. All right. I'm going to put my information in the chat.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I know we do also have an update for our Project Die Hard. So we have had a big weekend, a week here with all the things going on in the world of veterans, military personnel. So, okay, Project Die Hard, all about delivering hope to veterans. They exist because of the amazingly high suicide rate among veterans. And it's often spoken of the holiday spike, which it's like, oh my God, there's a holiday spike in suicides. It's a fact. There is. I know from what Brian Gibson is the founder of Project Die Hard, and he had shared some numbers with us and personally knew of, I believe it was 11 veterans that had lost their life to suicide between, and I'm just kind of guesstimating here, between the holidays, between like Thanksgiving and through December. And he's been saying over and over, check your vet, reach out, check on them, see how your vets are doing, how are, and I could not have been more shocked when he said he personally, and granted, he doesn't know every veteran out there, but he personally is aware of seven who lost their life on Christmas Day this year. We need to do something about this. This is unbelievable. So please reach out. We all have people we care about, right? That are veterans that we don't know exactly how they're doing unless you ask. Reach out and see how they're doing. Let them know there are resources. Be a resource if you can be. If you can't be, connect them with somebody who can. Even just that moment of reaching out and saying, hi, how you doing, might be the exact thing they needed at that moment. You don't know, right? Until it happens to somebody you know, it doesn't quite hit home in the same way, does it? I still, when he said seven, I mean, you could have pushed me over with a feather, because that's why Project Die Hard exists. I'm sad that we need to have such an organization in existence, because that this is such a problem, but it is. So thank goodness we have Project Die Hard, who is that resource, who is that place where people can go. The doors are open at this point. So there is the first location is in Makanda, Illinois. They have 20 acres. They have a 10,000 square foot building. The building itself is open to the public now. They've passed their inspections. They have the things in place where they can host events. They are still working on the sleeping quarters. So the plan is to have room for individuals who are veterans that can stay there for a day, a week, a month, up to a year. There's even room for a space where there's going to be a possibility for up to 2 families also that can stay there. That part's not complete yet. We need you. We need your help for this. At this point, we are looking for volunteers. We're looking for funding. We're looking for prayers. We're looking for all the things so that we can finish the building itself, so that it can be fully open. Again, it is open for events. The kitchen's open, the space itself, that part is done. But the sleeping area, that needs work yet. So what does that mean? It means there's going to be some demolition going on to bring walls down. It means there's going to be some construction happening to create the places that we need. And we also have plumbing that needs to be done. There's a lot that needs to be done. So even if you have no expertise in all this, if you want to just go there and say, hey, point me in the direction, let's go. Please do that. So the second Saturday of every month, they are on location there as a work day, as a give back day. So the second Saturday of the month, if you are able to get to that location in Makanda, Illinois, please consider that. If you're not even, maybe you're not real close to it, take a trip. Why not grab a couple buddies and road trip it? Make a plan. Let us know you're coming, and you can make a difference. Awesome. So that is my Project Die Hard update for today. I am going to go ahead and pass this back to Emily to see what is next.
I know, so and I encourage everybody to connect with Project Die Hard and veterans. It's a very important topic and a very good organization. So please help support them in any way you can. But I think we have somebody else who has joined us today. I think we have Leon who joined us from the Clean Water Foundation. So Leon, are you there to say anything, or should we?
Yes. How's it going, Emily?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So I'm hanging in there. Everything's going great. And what a great project, Sue and you guys are working on with that place in Illinois. I think that's a great idea. I'll definitely spread the word and, see about volunteers, because that's how we work with a lot of volunteers. And it's about just getting the word out there, and you never know, investors or whoever, from A to Z. That's can't win the prize unless you advertise. That's how it works.
I love that. That's so true.
Yep. So it's good to let people know, because somebody might be hearing, or we spread the word and they'd be like, yeah, I would like to get involved to do that. And what a great project too. So yeah, I'll definitely be spreading the word out there for sure.
Excellent. And what's happening with you now? What's latest in your world?
Yeah, it's amazing what you were talking about on that project, because we're working with a private equity company that's looking at opening up these water stores, coffee shop, and juice bars across the country and globally. And what they're doing, they're working a deal with us where 10% of the NOI will go to purchase water units for the children around the world, and also a water treatment plant that we're working with to put on the Hopi and Navajo reservation. And now we're looking at getting funding from the private equity company on these businesses that they're opening up, in a way they can get involved. And plus, they'll get a tax write-off on the businesses, by doing the 10% of the net operating income on these stores that they open up across the country and globally. So just like, that's why I really like what you said about do a road trip, put the word out. I mean, imagine we put the word out and now we got a private equity company that's looking at funding these stores, and a percentage of what they make go to help us, and it makes them look good too. That's why working together works. So that's some great news. Along with, I was telling Mariana of Waikiki that she's developed this flow t-shirt that's unbelievable for love of water, because that's our theme, flow for love of water. And she has Water Flow the Whale. And I told her, I said, well, we're connected from this private equity company, like you had said, Sue, to put the word out. They connected us with one of their marketing people who used to do marketing for the Kellogg's Cornflake Corporation and Kraft Foods, to come to help us out on marketing this project that we're going to be doing with them. And this should be taken off within the next 30 to 60 days. So when I told the tribe on the Hopi and Navajo to say, well, you number one on the list, on us doing this, and we're going to be helping kids around the world also, but they're number one to actually do a water treatment plant, because they had just heard last week that they were going to cut their water off because of the maximum arsenic levels that's in their water. And then they would have to travel 4 hours round trip to buy water, which they can't afford. And it was the mining companies that polluted their water in the first place. So imagine, okay, we polluted your water, and now you are above the maximum arsenic levels. And unless you fix it, we're going to charge you $64,000 a day as a fine. But wait, you the one polluted the water. So that was crazy. I mean, the only thing we could say in that scenario, as the chiefs were saying, that's called crazy. They were like, this is crazy. So now they're trying to do a deal where they can do this pipeline, which still has a lot of arsenic when they connect the pipeline to their water source. It'll still be a lot of arsenic coming through there, but it's not as much arsenic that was coming in there before. So you still screwed. Okay. You're not getting the maximum amount of arsenic, but you're still getting arsenic. So that's why we're going to do the water treatment plant and just shut all that down. Now, isn't that confusing? That'll make you scratch your head.
That's amazing. Oh,
That's amazing. I thought I was like, man, this is some attorney stuff, when I heard it from the tribe, and I was like, you know, let us see what we can do. We got a private equity company now. We're going to get a water treatment plant. And I asked them, I say, now that water treatment plant should take care of this problem. And they were like, yes. So we're working with them, designing this treatment plant. We kind of going ahead of the ball, because like I said, we got to wait for the funding to come in from the private equity firm. But once they get that, we already got a manufacturer that's given us a super duper discount to put the water treatment plant together so we can do that. So 2024 is going to be a good year.
awesome. Oh, that is such good news. It is
Yes.
amazing. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, right? You
That's
can't make this stuff
exactly
up.
right. You can't make this stuff up. Like you said, what's going on in your world? And I've been doing this negotiations all week, and I was really upset when they first told me, well, they're talking about cutting the water off. I said, well, if they cut the water off, how you going to get water? I mean, come on, you got to put it in do a bird bath or whatever. And then they were like, no, we're going to travel 4 hours round trip to get water and pay for it. And so now they're going to hook it up to this new pipeline they put, but it's still going to be arsenic in the water, but not as high as the one without hooking up the pipeline. So the only real solution is the water treatment plant. But even with that, as long as they got water, those water machines that we got there to take out the arsenic, that'll still work. The Band-Aid. So it is awesome. What it is. But the good news, getting private equity involved, working together, do work. And the only reason this happened is that we put the word out, just like what you were saying about that place. Hey, everybody, and a listener was listening and said, hey, I'm connected to a private equity company on a deal we did in El Salvador, and maybe you can work with some of our funding people. And that's how we ended up. And the silver lining, we got a marketing guy that did the marketing for Kellogg's and Kraft and is really involved along with the private equity company saying, we want to get involved to help you. We just can't give you some money, but if we do it this way, you can still get some funds to help out, which I like that creative financing, so yeah. And let me know how much you guys need, because I would like to talk to them and see what they say on that, putting the word out, or they may know somebody that knows somebody. So I like when you said that, to put the word out. So definitely let me know what that amount is to finish that project.
Excellent.
And let's put the word out.
Beautiful. I love that. One of the things that they say with Project I Heard constantly, Brian, in my ear all the time, teamwork makes the dream work. And that is truth. It's what it takes.
True. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely get with me. Let me know what that amount is that you're looking for to complete that project, because I think that's a great project you got going, and it's helping, so many people. And I like that whole thing, what you said, about the kitchen. You can do events there and the home thing. So definitely let me know what that is. And I would love to present that to this private equity firm that I'm working with.
Awesome. I will get back with Brian and find out what the numbers look like, and I will get with you on that. That's huge. Okay. Thank you so much, Leon. I love that.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
Absolutely. And I know go ahead.
I see we have Marianne who came on, or at least came on camera. So, hi Marianne, how's everything in your world today?
Well, hola, Emily and Kurt and Sue, and thank you so much for having me here on Transform You Media, the World of Ability Disability channel. I'm the author of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters, and soundtrack by Lucy in the Perfect Way. And it's whale watching season. I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to sail from San Carlos, Mexico to Mazatlan. Beautiful sail, clean water, saw whales and dolphins and turtles. Leon, the water is clean down here. And
oh, that's wonderful.
And so we are, yeah, so I'm excited for 2024 to work with you and receive some funding to bring our our fourth book, Cool Acts of Kindness, featuring Waterflow the Whale. And yeah, we've designed some shirts. We have some ideas, and I had that posted, Leon, as well as your photo while you were speaking there. So there's Waterflow the Whale, and flow stands for the love of water. And that's my Rainbow Acts of Kindness series hand logo there. So we're creatively, and I'm working with my writer, Suzanne Sims. So we just sent her coloring books to review. And all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the books from donorschoose.org. It's simple and easy. The teacher just goes to Donors Choose, request 50 books for the class or the school for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and we'll be having the climate change created next year. And they can learn the finger spelling alphabet, the ASL 26 letters of the alphabet, and they can go play the Apple app games for free. And their online courses or chapters for each chapter. So we're looking for that funding, and really excited to create that. So we were supported by Trevor Gibbs from the American Disabilities Act. He made sure your websites are ADA compliant. And he's helped upload Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, and our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, doing the ASL alphabet. And you can learn the ASL alphabet on YouTube, or you can meet Chelsea, the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. They're all free, and then you can go play the Acts of Kindness series app games. So, we got good things happening to share with the world, especially with the World of Ability. We have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss who can't hear their own children or grandchildren, and suffering from ringing in the ears, tinnitus, vertigo. Is very, very challenging. So we want to get the word out, and this is a great opportunity for our community with nonverbal children or adult, that sign language is a solution. And it's a great story because we're taking global topics such as ocean cleanup, the plastics, the pollution, everybody to do their part, anti-bullying, being kind. And the climate change is going to be amazing again with our leading character, Waterflow, the whale, for the love of water. So,
Yeah, I
so
think that's
exciting for
great.
2024.
I think that's absolutely wonderful, and I'm really glad we have some private equity people that we're working with to put all this together, and they seen that what you just sent, and they love it, and to get the marketing people on that's going to help us market all this, which is absolutely wonderful. And they're also creating this video marketing that'll be 24/7 video marketing that they're putting together, and they're going to work with us on doing that. And this program going to be totally amazing. I'll send you the link on how they're going to set up this video marketing that the gentleman that used to be the marketing guy for Kraft and Kellogg's is setting up. It's called Access Mobility 24. And it's a whole new technology on how to do marketing. So, Mariana, you've put together some unbelievable stuff, and what a great partnership that we're working on together with everyone. So it couldn't get any better. And I mean, you're so creative, because when we seen the flow t-shirt that you put together along with the water flow, we're definitely going to use that. And it's super duper great. We couldn't have never came up with nothing that, creative. So thank you.
Awesome. Oh, I love this. And I want to continue with this. We have actually an episode of World of Ability coming up right after this. We are back to back. I am going to go ahead and wrap up this. This is the Disability Channel, TDC Today Show USA. Thank you so much for all of our wonderful guests here today. You guys are beyond amazing. What a way to wrap up our year with TDC Today Show USA. Hang in there. My name again, Sue Roscoff, and we'll look forward to seeing everyone in the new year.